What's the difference between being a certified collision center and just a regular collision center?
We do not want to see anybody without a vehicle. I know how hard it is to be without a vehicle.
What would be your favorite BMW that maybe CJ can afford?
The X6. There's something about BMW's colors that just surpasses everyone else.
It doesn't feel like you're in a giant SUV. It feels like you're in a sedan because it has that hatchback look.
BMW has some of the best tech and best electronics that you can get. It doesn't lag, it doesn't glitch. It's insane.
It's all about the customer experience. I always tell my customers that try my hardest to give them the best experience possible that they can get. So.
What do you mean when you keep saying tune? Like, what does tuning an engine do? BMW strongly feels that design is like the #1 motivating factor in making a vehicle purchase. Have you refereed anyone famous?
LeBron James.
You refereed LeBron James?
Yes.
That's pretty cool. Welcome back to Behind the Wheel here at Union Park BMW. My name is CJ Hunt, your host. Today we're going to be joined by a couple of our client advisors. Here we go. All right, guys, we're joined now by Tasha. Tasha is the assistant manager over at our Union Park Collision Center. Tasha, welcome.
Hello, everyone.
All right, so Tasha, Collision Center, what do you guys do over there?
We do body work,
Okay.
collision, accidents.
Okay, cool. So if I get in an accident, obviously I'm freaking out,
Yes.
right? Oh my God, somebody just hit my car. Call my insurance company, right? Is that the first step?
You call your insurance company, report the accident.
Okay, so I'm reporting the accident. I've done that. Now I'm going to call you guys, right? So I call you guys, and then what happens?
You're going to call us. Either you're going to call us, or if you are needing a tow, you are going to call a tow.
Okay.
To get your car towed to us, or you can bring your car in. You're going to come to us. We are going to take a look at your vehicle, or do an estimate on your vehicle. Ask for any insurance information, claim number, adjuster, who you've been speaking with, and a good email from your adjuster. Then we are going to write an estimate. We will then contact your insurance company to review the estimate and the photos with your insurance company.
Okay. All right. So now my insurance company and you guys are talking. You've got my car. What happens now?
If your car is drivable, you would take your car home. We will wait to get the okay from the insurance company to move forward.
Okay.
If your car is not drivable and had to be towed in, you would then go into a rental with your insurance company.
Okay.
We will contact the insurance company, let them know that your vehicle is in the shop and you would need to be put in a rental. You can, if you do not have rental, we do have loaners available that we will put you in. We do not want to see anybody without a vehicle. I know how hard it is to be without a vehicle. It's very stressful. Accidents are very stressful. It's expected. It's understandable. But we try to work with everyone.
Right. That's really good. That's really good. Because I know, like, when I got in my accident, I took the car in to get looked at. And the first thing they told me was, like, all your parts are on back order. Right. And I'm freaking out. But they're like, hey, your car's drivable. It's okay. You can still go to work. And that kind of eased my stress. Is that a reality still? This was like a year ago. Is it still a reality that parts can be on back order?
Back order parts is definitely a reality. It's upsetting, but we do have a lot of customers where the parts are on back order. We do try to work with customers, again, getting them into a loaner, contact their insurance company, working something out with the insurance company. But it is definitely reality.
Okay. And I mean, it's kind of a reality across the board, right? You can go anywhere and things are on back order. I know I tried to order something on Amazon yesterday and I have to wait 2 weeks because it's on back order, right? It's just kind of a reality of the world right now. But it's awesome that you guys seem like you kind of do everything you can to help the customers out to keep them in a car so they can still get to and from work.
Yes, because we understand, again, how stressful it can be without a car. Accidents are stressful. They're hurtful, so that's completely understandable.
Yeah, that's awesome. So one of the biggest things that we hear is you guys are a BMW certified collision center. Not just a collision center. What's the difference between being a certified collision center and just a regular collision center?
So being a BMW certified collision center, we have a lot of techs who have knowledge and training and background on BMW parts, on repairing BMWs.
Okay, that's awesome. And then does BMW actually like send someone out to help train?
They do. They send someone out to help train on different equipment to repair the BMW vehicles. Some BMW vehicles, need special equipment special equipment and special tools.
Okay. Yeah, it's kind of the same thing on the service side. We hear that all the time that like our techs have the computer system to be able to get in there. So it would make sense that the same thing is the true on the collision side.
Yes, definitely.
And I know the biggest thing, like for the sales perspective, is like if you take your vehicle, if you take your BMW to a BMW certified collision center, and when you come in to trade it in, if we look at the Carfax and we see accident, if we see that that work was done at a BMW certified collision center, it definitely helps the value of your vehicle.
Definitely helps the value of your vehicle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just that kind of faith and trust that it was repaired by someone that knows what they're doing with the BMW.
Yeah, somebody has the training, has the background, has the understanding to look into the BMW, make sure it's repaired correctly.
And then being that this is like Union Park Auto Group, you guys are certified with a couple other brands as well, right?
We are Honda, Volvo.
Awesome. And then do you guys work on any other vehicles? Like, can anybody just bring any car to you?
Yeah, we've had any car, any type of vehicle brought to us. Any type of vehicle we can work on. We had an Audi in the shop, GMC, Buick, Hummer. We've had all different type of vehicles in the shop.
And so let's talk a little bit about you. What's your favorite BMW?
One of my favorite BMWs is a 430i.
Okay, what do you like about it?
The inside. I like how spacious it is. I like how they're quiet when they run. The colors, the detail in the BMWs.
Yeah, that detail and design with BMW is always important.
And then they run so quietly. You can start them up, and most of the time you don't even hear them.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for taking a little bit of time out of your day to come over. One other thing real quick is you guys aren't really located at BMW where we are. Tell us about where you are.
We aren't. We are located at 2301 West 6th Street. And that's Wilmington, Delaware, 19805. Yep. And then my easiest way of explaining to customers how to get to us, is we're right off of 6th and Woodlawn. There's a big gate, so it's not hard to miss.
Yeah. And it's about 10 blocks, I think, from here, from the service or from the sales building. It's really not too far. They're right around the corner.
Yeah, it's about 3 minutes.
Yep. Perfect. Well, thank you so much for taking time out of your day, Tasha. Have a great rest of your day.
You're welcome. Thank you.
All right, guys. Right now, we're joined by Mandy. Mandy just joined us last month. New here to us here at Union Park BMW. Mandy, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm excited to be here.
Absolutely. And we're excited to have you both on the podcast and here at Union Park BMW. So, Mandy, tell us a little bit about yourself.
So I started in the auto industry back in 2019, right before COVID. Okay. Worked in the industry for Porsche for about 4 years. And then I ran my own wedding planning company. That was great. And now I am back in the industry with BMW.
Very nice. Very nice. What's it been like kind of readjusting to life back at the dealership?
It's pretty cool because, like I said, I started in the industry right before COVID. So that was a crazy time. Being in the industry during COVID, it was definitely odd. It was a weird time. Nobody really knew what was coming every day. Now getting back into the industry where we're getting back to some normalcy, it's pretty cool and exciting being back here where, rates aren't through the roof. We're actually seeing normal rates again. I saw like a 299 the other day and I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't think I would ever see that again. So it's been pretty cool. It's exciting.
No, it's been awesome to see those kind of things come back to normal, right? I got into the industry during COVID, but kind of right before we didn't have cars and right before the rates skyrocketed.
Sure.
So it has been really good to see those kind of come back to earth, us having cars here to show. And if a customer comes in and they're like, hey, I want an X3, like, great. We have 10 to 12 options on the ground that we can choose.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So being new to BMW, like, what's your favorite BMW right now?
That's a loaded question. So for me, I feel like, of course, the M3, M5, they're cool. But I love an SUV, so right now the XM label is my favorite BMW by far. Yeah. I mean, what's not to love about it? But it has performance, and it's the top vehicle for me for sure.
Yeah, that thing is a beast. We look at it every day right here in the showroom right now. What is your favorite? Let's call it like everyman BMW, right? Like obviously that label is $160,000. Like that's a price tag that's certainly out of my budget.
Sure.
What would be your favorite BMW that maybe CJ can afford?
The X6.
Nice.
The
Why?
X6. So for me, I feel like most people are in this boat where they have children or they have pets at least that they are transporting around, whether it be every day, every week. You have the performance side of BMW, which I love personally, and most of our customers do. You have the performance of BMW, but you also have the reliability, the safety, and you can use the vehicle on a daily basis and not feel bad about using it.
I've found that a lot of my customers or clients, when they come out of, when they were in a sedan and they want to go to an SUV, though the BMW, like the X2, the X4, and the X6 are really like a great option because it still gives you, like when you're in the driver's seat and you're in the cockpit, you still have that sedan feel, right? Like the view when you're looking through the rear view, it doesn't feel like you're in a giant SUV. It feels like you're in a sedan because it has that hatchback look.
Right.
What do you think about that? Like, are you seeing the same thing with a lot of your customers?
I am, yes, and myself as well. So I didn't have any personal experience with BMW prior to coming onto the brand. So I've been learning a lot. I've always loved BMW, which is kind of what brought me here. I've always loved Porsche and BMW have been my favorite brands since I was a little kid. So I didn't have the personal experience like I have now. And my clients, myself, getting into these SUVs, even an X7, they're smooth. It doesn't feel like a boat when you're driving them. It does kind of have that sedan feel, but you have the room that you don't have in a sedan.
Absolutely, absolutely. So obviously with BMW, we have all these different options, all these different features, all these different colors. Like what's your favorite design feature, or rather like interior feature that you've come across so far?
Interior feature. What do you mean by that?
So like when you hop in the car, what's the first thing that like you would show a customer?
So one of my favorite things aesthetically when you hop into a BMW is actually the glass features on the inside.
Oh, with that executive package?
Yeah, it's one of my favorite options. Of course, if you don't have that, a BMW is just beautiful to get inside of. I mean, as soon as you get into the vehicle, whether you're in the driver's seat or the passenger seat, it's apparent that they do an amazing job with their comfort and their electronics. So it's kind of hard to narrow that down, but the newer BMWs, they have the new curved, elongated screen that's not split into two. That in itself is just a beautiful showcase once you get into the vehicle.
Your eyes just kind of like naturally go right to it as soon as you open that driver's side door.
They do.
Right? It brings you in, and like it has, when you open it up, it has that little like light show welcome effect where it kind of like goes and like the lights come out, right? And it just draws your eyes right to it.
So cool. Yeah, I love that.
Okay, so what about, let's talk exterior. What's your favorite color for the BMWs?
That's also a loaded question. So I love, if you know me, all of my friends know I love BMW's colors. There's nothing that compares to that. And again, I hate to keep bringing it up, but it's my only experience. I come from Porsche. They do paint to sample. There's something about BMW's colors that just surpasses everyone else. I love, and I apologize, I don't know all the direct colors, but I love all the reds that they have, the deep burgundies. Yeah. They just do it right. Yeah. Carlos actually has I believe it's an Oxford green. Absolutely love that color. It's one of my favorites for sure.
You talk about that deep red. Like the first car I ever sold here was the Aventurine red, and it's that like deep burgundy, and that car, because it's probably the first car I sold, like that color will always have a.
But it's a beautiful color. They do it right. I don't know what they do with their colors, but they do it right.
Mm-hmm. Even the interior, like we have the Tacora red, right? And like you'll tell customers like, oh, it has a Tacora red interior, and their first thought is like fire engine red,
right?
And they're like, nope, not for me. And then you get them out there and they see it, and it's like that like red wine, like burgundy color. They're like, oh, you know what? Like this looks awesome.
Yes, and it doesn't get old.
All right, Mandy. So like you said, you had experience selling Porsche. And anytime that I get customers that come in that are in another luxury brand, I had a customer last week that had an Audi. And what I always hear is the tech it doesn't give me what I feel like the tech should give me for a new vehicle in the year 2025. People want to get in and they want to have tech forward cars. And I feel like BMW does that, but I don't have as much experience in other brands. Like, what do you feel coming from someone that has the experience with other brands? How does the BMW tech stack up?
Sure. I love that question because that's one of the reasons I came over to BMW from Porsche specifically. It's one of the main reasons I didn't go back to Porsche is because unfortunately their tech just does not it's not there. It's very outdated and what they do have, it's laggy. Unfortunately, it lags and it glitches. That's one thing that I've been learning and knew about BMW, but didn't know the extent of it until I got into these vehicles and got into the brand and really deep dove actually with Kyle. Kyle went over these electronics with me.
Yep.
BMW has some of the best tech and best electronics that you can get in any brand. Compare it to any brand that's on the market today. It's the best that you can get. It doesn't lag, it doesn't glitch. It's insane. It's just exciting and it's easy to use. I know a lot of customers get nervous about tech because especially maybe some of our older customers or some of our customers that just aren't into tech that much, they get nervous about it. They're like, I don't really know what I'm doing with technology, and that's okay. These cars are not overwhelming. As much as they have advanced technology, they're not overwhelming. They're easy to learn, and once you get the hang of it, which is pretty quick, it's like second nature.
Yeah, it's easy because it's like you press one button, it brings up your app menu, and everything's in alphabetical order.
Right.
You press one more button, you can sort it by like, okay, just the apps for the car, just the apps for entertainment. Right. Everything's easy, and it's funny you touched on like you talked to Kyle. We had Kyle on last episode. Kyle's our BMW genius, and he's always here to help. And it's not just for the customers. Like we as salespeople will go to Kyle daily, be like, Kyle, I need help with this feature. And it's great that we have somebody like that we can lean on.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, just down to the gesture controls, that's awesome to me. And Kyle showed that to me. He was like, you can turn the volume up, you can turn the volume down. And in my head, I'm instantly like, no way that works. Right. So what do? I grab the keys to a car, go get in it, and I start using it. And it actually works. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is awesome. Yeah. I mean, and that's just a simple feature. Mm-hmm. That's not something that's crazy advanced for these cars.
Yeah. The other thing he mentioned was like glitches and errors that might happen. And right. And with any electronic system, right, it's not flawless. But one thing I love with BMW is like I'll get a notification on my phone, like I wake up and it's like, oh, we pushed a cloud update to your iDrive system. And so like we don't have to wait. You don't have to bring your car into service to get an update to the system like you used to have to. Like it's all just through the cloud. An update will come in while you're asleep. You wake up and your car works even better than it did when you went to bed.
Yeah, I love that. And for sure. And like you said, it's not flawless, but compare it to any other brand on the market, it kind of is. I mean, it's a lot better than anything you compare it to.
Right. It's like your iPhone or your Android, right? Like it doesn't matter which one you like. I'm not going to get into that debate, right? But neither one's flawless, but like they both work so well, right? So whatever one you prefer, like it's still a seamless program. Exactly. Yeah. All right, Mandy. So thank you so much for taking some time out of your day. I'm sure we'll have you on again in a couple weeks. But have a great rest of your day. And Mandy, before we go, tell us like kind of where your desk is, where they can find you when they come in the door.
Yeah, as soon as you walk into the door, I'm to the left, right behind Mark Moser. So you'll see me as soon as you walk in.
Yep. And if she has people sitting at her desk, just keep walking right past her. I'm right behind her. All right. So thank you guys. Mandy, thank you so much. Have a great rest of your day.
Thank you, CJ. You too.
All right, guys. Right now, we're joined by Desmond. Desmond's one of our client advisors here. Welcome, Desmond.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, CJ.
Absolutely, man. So, Desmond, how long have you been here at Union Park BMW?
So I've been here for about a year, and I'd say 5 or 6 months. Before I got into sales, I was a genius here for a year. So I went over all the technology with the customers and, during deliveries and stuff like that. I helped out a lot. So.
Okay, awesome. So last week on the podcast, or last month rather, we had Carlos on, who was a genius and then moved into sales, right? We had Kyle on, who's our current BMW genius. So like talk about kind of that genius program that we have here and like how we will transition you into sales and like what that's been like for you.
So I will say the starting off is, having a genius period at your dealership is a huge help as far as because the cars are just innovating with new technology every year. It's spectacular. So having that dedicated person that can show you, all the technology in the car that you just purchased, I've, got a lot of feedback from customers stating that I mean, it's really, really a good thing to have, in your dealership, especially when you're working with high-end technology cars like, BMWs like these here.
For sure.
So, it's definitely, it helps out a lot with customer experience, a ton.
Yeah, customer experience is kind of that's always paramount here at BMW. I know, like, when they sent us up to that training in New York, and the biggest thing that they talk about is like it's not about sales training. It's a customer experience training. Yeah, yeah. And that's one of the things I love about BMW is they really focus on like that. Hey, like we want to give the customers a luxury experience.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. It's all about the customer experience. I always tell my customers that I just try my hardest to give them the best experience, possible that they can get. So
That's awesome. So what kind of BMW do you drive, Desmond?
so I just purchased a 2019 BMW M240. It's mineral white with the brown interior. So I love it.
Yeah. And so Desmond's a guy that he's one of those guys I can hear him when he's pulling up. His car is not stock. Desmond, why don't you talk to us about like some of the modifications you like to do to your car?
So I got put a downpipe on it. So I also tuned it. It's got a tune, makes it a little bit quicker. It's got a transmission tune. I like to go a little bit all out with my car. So and I also got two of the resonators removed. That's why you say you hear me in the morning time, hear the turbo spooling up. But yeah, downpipe tune. For all my car guys, I can run E85 blends as well.
Okay.
So if you don't know, CJ, E85 is another type of fuel that you can put in your car.
Yeah.
We only have one gas station in Delaware that has that.
Okay.
So it makes your car a little bit faster with the tune.
Okay.
So yeah.
Yeah, the only tune I'm familiar with is car tune. So, what do you mean when you keep saying tune? Like, what does tuning an engine do?
So when you tune an engine, every engine has something called an ECU. It's a computer that pretty much controls everything. So there's a few different remote tuners like Boot Mode, who I'm tuned or how it used to be tuned by, and then there's also MHD. Those are huge tuning companies that offer remote tuning to these cars. It'd be a lot of BMWs, a lot of different BMW models. So that's what I did. I bought a pretty much a remote tune that changes the computer, the way the car's computer system works, increasing the horsepower and torque of my car.
Nice. That's pretty cool. So you can come in and you can get a car that has X horsepower, and then doing something like that, you can add a significant amount to it.
Oh yeah, oh yeah,
Nice.
oh yeah, absolutely.
Very nice. So Desmond, one of the biggest things that BMW's been talking about recently is how BMW strongly feels that design is like the number one motivating factor in making a vehicle purchase, right? It doesn't matter how great the car drives. It doesn't matter how comfortable the seats are. If it doesn't look good, you're probably not going to sell many of them, right?
Exactly.
And so like that's the design of the BMW has always been eye-catching, right? Going back to like the old school, like the Zs way back in the day. Like I remember I had a customer a couple months ago that brought in that Z3 and that Z4 from like 99. And like all of us were outside like taking pictures, right? And it's just that design of the cars has always been paramount and like forefront for BMW. What are some of your kind of favorite design elements in the BMW?
So I some of our newer models, they're doing switching up just a little bit, but in a little bit of the older models, the angel eyes LEDs, the daytime running lights, the angel eyes, that's forever been my like favorite part about the way a BMW about a BMW in general. Anytime I was younger, I remember looking over past the back seat, looking in the back, and I just see those like circles and like, oh, that's a BMW. Like I feel like that was a big symbol or statement for BMW cars at one point.
Now it's for me it's the iconic kidney glow grill, right? They've put the little, and it's right behind us for both of us, like the little elements in this grill that when they light up, it looks so good because that kidney grill, like that kidney grill is the iconic look of BMW.
Oh yeah.
And the fact that they're like, you know what, like let's put a little in that and show it off at night. And I always tell my customers, like, look, there's zero function for it, but it looks so cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. You can definitely tell it's a BMW coming behind you, when you're at nighttime driving. So another thing is the M Sport package. I love the M Sport package that our cars offer with the black trim, black grille. You notice some of the models have different M Sport steering wheels. You'll see the M badges all over the car, on the wheels, the bigger brake calipers, the brakes itself. So the M Sport package adds a really nice, aggressive, and sporty tone to the car. So that's also one of my favorite, additions about the way the BMWs look and what you can do or packages that you can put on them.
Yeah, definitely. Like you talked about that M Sport, and for anyone that's ever played around with like the BMW Builder tool online, like that's always like the biggest thing that you notice because if you don't pick it and then you try to pick certain colors or certain wheels, they're like, hey, you got to get M Sport,
Oh yeah,
right? And I had customers ask me why, and I'll tell them that to me, it's kind of BMW like protecting themselves from you putting colors that don't look good together. Right, like some of our grays, like the Brooklyn gray, for example, right? You can only get that if you get the M Sport and you get the blacked out grill, and it's just because like that gray just wouldn't look good with the silver, right? And I like that BMW will protect themselves a little bit to be like, hey, like design is important, and when you're driving down the road, we want our car to look good, so we're not going to let you put these colors together.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I 100% agree with you. Like you said, there's certain colors that you can only get with the M Sport package, which also kind of like, if you own one of those vehicles, you feel a little bit more special in a way,
Yep.
knowing that, not every BMW can get this color or option. So that's another, little bit benefit.
Yep.
I feel like with the M Sport package in general for BMW. So.
Yep, and then on the back end, right, M Sport will improve your resale value,
Oh, yeah.
right? Because it's a package that the next owner is going to want as well. And then I always get customers that ask, like, because you mentioned you have an M240,
Yes.
right? So we have those M cars, right? And then we have like the classic, like M3, M4, M5s, right? And then we have the M Sport, right? And the M Sport doesn't have any function in the engine. It's all aesthetics. Whereas the M engine, if the M's with the number, it gives us performance, right?
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely.
Okay.
So that's I feel like is another great thing that BMW did because not everybody's gonna want a bigger engine, a faster car, but some people are gonna want the exterior look of that. So I feel like they did a great job with having the M Sport package in general, knowing that I can go out and get a 530i with a 4-cylinder engine and put the M Sport package on it and make it, look pretty nice and sporty and aggressive. That's just awesome.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I couldn't agree anymore, man. And it's some of those cars, like you put that white with the M Sport and the blacked out rims and the Tacora red interior. And
That's mine. My 240, it's mineral white metallic with of course, it's M Sport package. And yeah, I get compliments on it all the time. And my customers that purchase cars with the M Sport package, it's just nothing but smiles and compliments the whole nine. It's an awesome addition.
Awesome. So Desmond, tell us a little about yourself, man. Like, so outside of the dealership, what's something you like to do?
I love basketball. So I'm one of the youngest client advisors here. I'm only 20, just turned 24 yesterday.
Oh, happy belated birthday, Desmond.
Thank you. So I love sports. Like to play basketball. Go out with friends, hang out. So very active outside of work.
Nice. Who's your favorite basketball player of all time?
I got it. I would have to say Allen Iverson. When I was younger, I vividly remember like being in my living room with my little basketball hoop set up, and like he would do a move on the TV, and I would like try my hardest to like replicate it. And
cross it over the pillow like you're Allen Iverson.
oh yeah, I had jerseys, Allen Iverson jerseys. He was a big influence on my like how I played as a player. So definitely Allen Iverson.
So you were a ball hog.
There we go. But scored all the points.
There we go. As long as you're scoring.
Yeah.
Awesome, man. Desmond, thank you so much for joining us, man. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, no doubt. Thank you for having me. It's been awesome. So
Absolutely, man. Have a great rest of your day.
you as well.
All right, guys. We're now joined by Mark Moser, one of our client advisors. Mark, it's an honor to have Mark here.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely, sir. So how long have you been here at Union Park?
I was hired and trained in March of 21 and started in sales April of 21.
Okay, very nice.
Quick math, that's 4 years, 6 months in sales.
4 years, 6 months. Mark is quick with the math. So what do you drive, Mark?
I drive a 2025 BMW 550e.
550E. So what does the E mean?
E means it's a hybrid.
Okay.
That's a combination of combustion engine along with electric.
Okay, so you plug it in?
I do.
Okay. How many miles do you get on that bad boy when you plug it in?
They're advertising upper 30s, but I'm getting into mid 40s.
Okay. Yeah, part of that is that kind of regenerative where it's kind of building the brakes back up and rebuilding some of that miles.
Absolutely.
Awesome. So Mark, tell us a little bit about yourself. What do you do? What do you do outside of here? What do you like to do?
It's changing now. So I've always been athletic and always around sports. I refereed basketball for 41 years.
Have you refereed anyone famous?
I have.
Who?
LeBron James.
You refereed LeBron James?
Yes.
That's pretty cool.
He was in high school. He was 17 years old.
That's awesome.
And he lost.
And he lost. Okay.
His team lost. He didn't lose. He was spectacular.
Yeah, he's kind of winning in life, I'd say.
Yes.
Yeah. So, Mark, your 550E that you drive, what do you like about it?
What I like about it, I like the combination of the smoothness and quickness, immediate torque of the electric engine, and then it also has a combustion engine. Okay. It's a turbo. It's an inline turbocharged 6-cylinder. Although I had a previous V8 550 M550, this one has 483 horsepower, even though it went from an 8 to a 6. So it's still very, very quick. But what I find, it's smoother. It's a little bit classier, a little bit smoother ride than the V8.
Okay. And what color is it?
It is Vegas red with shadow line.
Okay.
Tinted out windows, black rib.
When you say shadow line, what does that mean?
Shadow line factor. So they're going to have around the windows is going to be blackened. Along with you got special M Sport wheels, you got an M Sport steering wheel. Then also you have the blacked out grille, which also came with illuminating. So it's at night it's pop.
Mark, you've had a couple of pretty special custom builds that have come in, right? I remember a couple of weeks ago you had that 6, and I think it was a macadamia.
Correct.
So can you talk to us a little bit about that build process and how we kind of go through making a car with the customer and how it gets here and how that all works?
Well, actually, it's a lot of fun. What happened is when I first started out, it was during when we had COVID, and there also was a chip shortage. So with the chip shortage, there wasn't a lot of inventory, so people were building a lot of cars. So we did very well on building. What I like about building is it's like Christmas. It's fun process that they build. They get in exactly what they want. They don't pay for anything they don't want that they don't want. And then as they're coming along, they can watch it through the internet, watching it get built. And then when it gets here, it's like Christmas is truly unveiling. They get so excited to see something that they may not have ever done it before. And then you get to see their baby show up exactly the way they wanted. And it's pretty cool. And you can do it. And what you're also alluding to is the special order colors. So you can get up to 200 different kind of colors. So whatever you want, BMW allows you to get the color you want.
Now, if I get those colors, does it take a little bit longer?
It does. It does. It can take up to, a month or two longer than normal to get it there. But like I tell everybody, the same thing when I was waiting for my car. My car got held up at the port longer than usual. But when I tell people, it was worth every moment waiting for it once you got it. Special order colors take a little bit of time, but when they get it, and they're also very unique on the road. So when you're going on the road, the person driving it, as well as people looking at it, know that that's a special order car because they haven't seen it before.
For sure. And it's always really cool to take your vision and the customer's vision and have it on a computer screen or a TV screen, and in a matter of a couple of months that becomes tangible and physical right in front of them, and they get to drive it home.
Absolutely. And sometimes we've done it where it's made it here in 3.5 weeks. Yeah, no other luxury brand that can do that, where they get the car, we do the build, it went right into production, and we literally got it in 3.5 weeks. Right. And the customer's blown away on the time and the speed.
And we'll see that with our SUVs that are made down in South Carolina, right? Because of the fact that if we have one that's ready to go in production and you put your build in, well, by the time it clicks into production, it only takes about 5 days to build it, and it's only a day and a half ride up here from South Carolina, so we can get them here pretty quickly.
Absolutely. And you and I were fortunate enough to go down to the plant and see it.
Yeah.
And one thing I was blown away with, I actually thought, and it's going to sound unusual, but I actually thought after watching the full production cycle in the plant down there and everything they do and all the high tech, I actually wondered myself why the cars weren't more expensive. Yeah. That's how impressed I was with the plant.
Absolutely. I kind of took I had that same takeaway. The care and the concern that they put in, not just to the cars, but to the workers.
Correct.
Right? Like where they have these contraptions that I could only describe as like the claw game when you go to like an arcade, and it picks the car up and turns it horizontal so that while they're working on the undercarriage, they don't have to bend down at all.
Or if they're putting in the dashboard, they have a computer arms that kind of pull it up, bring it right along. The car tilts and turns. Nobody gets hurt with their back. They put it right in there. It was very impressive. Yeah, I was very impressed.
Impressive is definitely the right word for it. So Mark, thank you so much for taking some time out of your day to join us. Have a great rest of your day.